Welcome to Audit Archive, where we sort out the who and what and the right and wrong of police interactions. Join us as we explore the laws, regulations, and violations showcased in First Amendment audits, police interactions, and legislation.
That's before. Stay! Hey! Stop the get the car! Get the car! Get the car!
Welcome to Audit Archive, where we run you through some of the most questionable and rather atrocious police encounters. Today, we're looking at a case where police officers tased an innocent father 35 times, including in the face, for no reason at all. On November 29, 2022, Deputy Mikhail Noel from the Los Animas County Sheriff's Office was out on patrol duty when he noticed a driver behind him allegedly following his patrol vehicle too closely. Deputy Noel pulled the driver out soon after and made contact with him in a seemingly agitative demeanor. This was evident since Deputy Noel immediately escalated his conversation with the driver by responding arrogantly. Despite this, the driver remained compliant and polite.
Windows frozen.
Okay, what's up? Deputy Noel with the Sheriff's Office. Let me get your driver's license ready. Hold that dog.
Allie, get back. Can I ask why you're a little snippy? The problem is?
What's the problem?
Yeah,
you're following too closely. Can't you see the roads are icy? You see me slowing down and you're still coming up behind me. There's no reason for you to be doing that.
Brakes in the ice.
It's not good. Don't tell me how I should be driving. Okay, I'm in a marked. All right, but that doesn't give you the right to follow a marked patrol car close like that. What if I had to stop? I know there is ice there. That's why I was cruising, so I don't slip.
Me and you both, right?
There's no reason for you to be that close behind a marked patrol car.
After Deputy Noel asked for the driver's documents, the driver first handed over his license and continued searching for his registration and proof of insurance. Meanwhile, Deputy Noel went back to his patrol vehicle to verify the driver's identity. As he returned to his patrol vehicle, it can be seen that another pickup truck was parked a few feet behind the patrol vehicle. The driver of this pickup truck is Kenneth Espinoza, who's the father of the driver who was just pulled over by Deputy Noel. Mr. Espinoza and his son were on their way to the repair shop to get their truck serviced. Mr. Espinoza was in his pickup truck while his son followed in a separate one, and upon seeing that his son had been pulled over, Mr. Espinoza parked behind Deputy Noel and was simply waiting for his son so they could continue on to the repair shop.
Okay, when you find that, stay in the vehicle. Your registration and insurance. I'll be back.
After verifying the driver's details, Deputy Noel approached the driver again and told him that he was now being cited for following too closely. Under Colorado law, following too closely is a Class A traffic infraction and when convicted could result in a fine of $15 to $100, with additional court costs and surcharges. On top of this, there could be an assessment of 4 points to your driver's license. Regardless, when Deputy Noel was returning to his patrol vehicle to issue the citation, another officer had responded to the scene for backup, but could be seen arguing with Mr. Espinoza at the time.
I'm recording.
Did you find it?
Recording too. Good.
You didn't find it?
No, you didn't have to be a simple problem.
So you didn't find your insurance or registration? Okay, alright, you're getting a citation, so go ahead and close your door.
Upon seeing this, Deputy Noel paced over to Mr. Espinoza's pickup truck where the second officer, Lieutenant Henry Trujillo, was screaming at Mr. Espinoza and ordering him to leave the scene. Mr. Espinoza informed the officers that he was just waiting for his son and would be on his way right after the traffic stop. Despite this, Deputy Noel also ordered Mr. Espinoza to leave the scene, and the body cam footage shows that Mr. Espinoza complied and started to drive away at that point. However, while Mr. Espinoza started to drive off as ordered, Deputy Noel suddenly decided that he wanted to create problems out of nothing. So, he promptly held onto the vehicle's door handle while yelling at Mr. Espinoza to stop the vehicle. And then, as unbelievable as it sounds, Deputy Noel pulled out his service pistol and aimed it point blank at Mr. Espinoza while ordering him to get out of the vehicle. In general, there are no set rules or regulations as to when an officer is allowed to draw his or her gun on a suspect. This is to apparently not restrict officers from protecting themselves when they feel threatened or are in a situation where they cannot be sure what will occur or if they are safe. It's also known that the general rule of thumb is that officers can draw their guns using their own discretion. Essentially, it is up to each officer as to when to unholster their firearm and in what situations they would do so.
Do you always stop behind cops when they pull people over?
I ain't stopped right
Okay, you don't need to be here.
I ain't
You don't need to be
behind
here,
him,
okay?
sir.
You need to go.
No, I don't. I'm waiting on my son.
Alright,
He's my
fine.
ride back to Wilson.
Leave. Leave. That's the car. Stay. Hey, stop the car. Get the car. Get out the car. Get out the car.
What are you gonna do? You gonna?
SD4, give me the radio. Get out the car. 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 Get out the car.
Amidst this, Lieutenant Trujillo pulled his taser out and also pointed at Mr. Espinoza, is heard questioning the officers as to what was going on and what they were trying to do. Which makes sense, as both officers had zero reason to detain him or use any force.
Get out the car. Stop it now. Get out the car.
Get out.
Get out the car.
Hey,
Now. Get out.
Get out the car.
They don't have to.
Through Lieutenant Trujillo's body cam, it can be seen that he was actively pulling on Mr. Espinoza's arm while asking him to get out, which obviously restricted Mr. Espinoza from opening the door and stepping out. At one point, Lieutenant Trujillo is heard threatening Mr. Espinoza by saying, "Don't pull away from me, you're gonna get lit up."
Don't pull away from me.
I'm not.
You're gonna get lit up.
I'm not.
Okay, you're gonna get
You're
lit up.
breaking my arm, man. Hold on, I'm gonna get out.
The footage also shows Mr. Espinoza with his hands out, showing no resistance whatsoever, but Deputy Noel still tased Mr. Espinoza multiple times. Eventually, Mr. Espinoza was finally able to step out and was then placed in handcuffs immediately. At that point, one would expect that the officers would de-escalate the situation, but Mr. Espinoza was subsequently manhandled, tased in the face by Lieutenant Trujillo, and then violently thrown inside of a patrol vehicle before having the door slammed into his leg.
Get in the car.
Now.
Damn, I'm fucking.
Now.
Fucking. Get in the car.
You know,
This is ridiculous. That's the car. Take the car. God damn, I don't fit. That's the car. The fuck wrong with this?
After this, Deputy Noel was searching inside Mr. Espinoza's pickup truck, and Lieutenant Trujillo went back to Mr. Espinoza to ask for his information. In response, Mr. Espinoza said that he refuses to answer questions. This apparently triggered Lieutenant Trujillo and sent him on a power trip as he aggressively pulled Mr. Espinoza out of the patrol vehicle, and all three officers on the scene dragged him on the ice violently. While being searched, Mr. Espinoza complained that he had taser pins inside his lip, which was evident as his mouth was visibly injured by this point.
what's your date of birth?
Don't answer questions. Take me to jail.
You're going to jail.
I'll call my attorney.
Call your attorney.
Okay.
You're going to jail. You're going to get charged further if you don't give us the information we need.
It's okay.
Where's your ID? You have your wallet on you?
Don't do that, man.
I'm going to get you out. I'm going to pass search you. Now get out.
I got my wallet.
Get out now. Get out of the car now. Get out the car. Okay. Okay.
Damn.
This is how it's going to work. Okay. You're going to do what you're told to do, and that's it.
Stand up. Get up.
Up against the car. Spread your feet.
Come on, guys. This is stop. Come on, man. I got his wallet. This is ridiculous.
Well, quit acting like an idiot.
I ain't acting like nothing. I got a fucking taser piece in my fucking neck. You guys shot me right in the goddamn face. That's fine. Run, roll, that's all I do.
Quit grabbing my arm.
I'm not doing that. Guys.
Lean up against the car.
Jesus Christ.
Spread your feet apart.
I can't.
Mr. Espinoza was taken to the police station, where he was charged with resisting arrest and assault on a police officer. Several months later, on April 24th, 2023, the district attorney advised in a press release that no charges shall be filed against Mr. Espinoza and that the case was officially dismissed. 2 days after this, Mr. Espinoza's attorney, Kevin Mayer, said that a civil lawsuit will soon be filed. He stated that, "This is almost a law school exam fact pattern. Identify all the instances of police misconduct. That's really what we've got here. It's unbelievable what happened to poor Ken." As of now, both officers involved in the case are still on duty in the department with no consequences, and an internal investigation is currently ongoing to determine whether the officers displayed misconduct. The Los Animas County Sheriff was asked to comment on the situation, but declined to do so. Be sure to check out our previous video, where we cover another outrageous police encounter.
One account commented, "These criminal cops should all be fired and jailed for at least 10 years. Another person, "As of May 2nd, 2023, a federal lawsuit has been filed against these tyrants. They have uncovered serious past abuse, not surprisingly by both of these now unpaid leave officers. May this dad get justice and a crap ton of money because of this terrible incident." Zach Moyer said, "This is absolutely disgusting. Any officer involved in contributing to this situation should be fired immediately and absolutely sued to no end." Another account, "These violent thugs must be thrown in prison for many years." Todd Toby replies, "I just witnessed armed robbery, kidnapping, assault, criminal threatening with a deadly weapon, destruction of property, and several other crimes. These 2 thugs should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law, the ones that apply to US citizens, and should receive the maximum penalty. I hope this poor victim sues them for the largest amount in their department's history and wins."